Welcome back. My name is Sunil and you are watching Wagtail screencast for beginners. And in this screencast, we are going to cover the image part as well as how to update the image from the admin panel. So to start with, make sure your server is running. To make the server running, you have to browse through the particular project folder, you have to activate the virtual environment, and you have to run the server by giving a command python manage.py run server. And then let us start the project, open the project folder into the text editor, and inside the text editor, if you open the blog page .html, so in this section we have the rich text here, and then if you browse through the models.py inside the blog app, so we have under the blog page class date, intro and body. We don't have anything for the image section, right? So since our server is running, we can just browse through our local host followed with 8000 port, and let us log into the admin panel. And if you browse through the admin panel and go to the respective any post, so let's go to the first post, first blog, and click on edit. And here inside the body section we have an option of updating the image, right? So if you go and click on image part and go and select this image, and let's say you are giving the full width and say insert image, and say publish, and this is going to reflect in the front end, right? It's not reflecting in the front end because the image part is not updated in the template, right? So there is a two way of updating the image. Oh yeah, image is getting templated updated in the template also here, right? So we can see the image here, right? Now there is a two way of updating the image from the admin panel. One way is we can also browse through, and we can also put it into the admin panel of the inside the body section. And let's say if we are updating the separate field for the image, that image is also that is also one way. But what is the difference between both ways? So let's say if you are updating the image under the body section, then you don't have that much control on the styling on the image part in the template. So if you are having the dedicated object type for the image within the database, that will give you the full control of the layout and styling of the image, right? So always make sure, like when you are developing the real project for a customer, make sure wherever you have the image requirement, as much as possible you should have a dedicated image type, dedicated object type within the database, so that you can style the way you want as per the requirement, right? So so let's say apart from having the image inside the body section, we also would like to have one gallery inside the blog app. So what we need to do for that is we need to update, open the models.py. So open the models.py inside the blog app, and then keep this blog index page as it is, and then inside the blog page class, what we need to do here is we need to update some of the panel here, and in this panel we have to give the gallery section. But to give here inside the content panel, we need to make sure we have the respective class available inside our models.py. So for that, what we need to do here is we need to create a class. So say class blog page gallery image, right? Just try to understand how we are giving the capital letter in capital letter, then small case, then again capital case. So in this way only you have to write a class. This is the convention followed in the Django as well as in Wagtail. So we are defining one gallery index page for the gallery, and this we are going to consider at orderable, right? And what we meant by orderable is like uh, I mean, this is the existing class in Wagtail which keep track of ordering the image inside the gallery section. So let's say if you wanted to order the image in certain way, so you have to then use the orderable, inherit the orderable class. Then within this, what we need to do here is we need to update the page where these blog gallery sections should be available. So obviously we have the post blog post, so this gallery should be available inside the blog post, and that blog post is currently is as a class, I mean page here. So what we need to do here is just define a page, and you have to give it as a parental key, right? So what is parental key is just like a foreign key in the Django. So if you are familiar with the foreign key in the Django, the parental key is exactly work as the same. And then we are going to define uh, the blog page, uh, and then we are saying on delete and models dot cascade. And what it meant by on delete models dot cascade is, let's say if you are deleting the image from the admin panel for any region, that particular image should be deleted from the database as well. So if you wanted to have that features available, then you have to give on underscore delete equals to models dot cascade, and then you have to give a related name. And what it meant by related name is like any familiar name you have to give. So let's say we are giving gallery image, and then we are defining the image section, and for image we are going to say models dot foreign key, and we are going to have it here like Wagtail image so this Wagtail image is basically already the defined class in the Wagtail, so we are just inheriting and calling that particular class, and then we are again going to say on delete cascade, and related name, let's give the plus sign, and then give one caption just for the image. So the caption we are going to keep it as character field, and that character field we are going to ensure even if it is blank, that should not give any error. And if you want, you can define the max length, and max length, let's say we are going to make it 100 characters. And for this particular gallery, we are also going to make the inline panel, and that inline panel is going to make the respective field, this image fields within the admin panel, right? So we are going to say panel image chooser panel. So this image chooser panel is basically already the Wagtail defined in the Wagtail, and since we are calling the image chooser panel, we have to also import it. So we are going to import it obviously. Let us complete this, and then so and then let's have one filled panel, and this fill panel again, for the caption let's give, right. Let's save this one, and once we complete this, and like just now we have said, since we are calling the image chooser panel, so we need to also import it. So if you refer the documentation, in the documentation we have the image chooser panel, so let's copy also this image chooser panel from here and import it, and then inline filled panel is already there, so I think inline filled panel is not there. So let's see here, no, it's not there, right? So let us update the inline filled panel also. And parental key also we have used somewhere here, right? Parental key, so we need to also import the parental key. So go and say here from model cluster dot fields import parental key, save it, and then if everything is fine, then it should I mean we should be able to make migration and migrate. So stop the server and say python manage.py make migrations, and it says the orderable is not defined. So let's see here, since we are having the orderable inside the page section, so let's go here and say orderable also, import the orderable, and run the make migration again and see whether everything is perfect or not. So image chooser panel is again not defined, so make sure we have image chooser panel, maybe a spelling mistake we have did maybe, so let's copy this image chooser panel, yeah. And so this kind of typo, yeah, it's perfectly fine. So this kind of typo should not be there. So ensure whenever you are writing the code, make sure you are going through the Wagtail documentation, Django documentation to avoid the error. So since we have completed the make migration successfully, then we have to migrate as well. So and this is going to update in our table. So let's run the server again, and hopefully they should give one option of the gallery inside the admin panel. So let's browse through the admin panel and open any blog. So go inside the blog. So let's say we are opening the first blog here, and if you browse, scroll down, there is no, okay, there is no gallery section, right? Yes, let's go to the second blog and see. Yes, there is no gallery section. So why there is no gallery section is because see, we have updated the class inside the blog page gallery, we have updated a class named blog page gallery image, but this blog page gallery image is not available inside the blog page class, right? So to do that, what we have to do here is inside the blog page class content panel, we need to also make it available, right? So for that, what we need to do here is we have to give inline panel and have it gallery image, I mean the related name what we have used, and then give a label, and this label is going to, let's say, be the gallery image, readable name, right? And then save this one, and just make sure server is running. it says attribute error type object blog page has no attribute gallery image, right? So this gallery image, let's see if we have given the related name as gallery image, s is there, wherever in here we don't have s, so let's add the s also. And then let's say server is running, and then go and refresh this page, and uh, hopefully the gallery should come. Now the gallery is coming here, right? So now what we have to do here is, let us go and choose some of the image here and give a caption. So let's say Nescode, and then let's say give some if you wanted to upload the new image, so you can go to the upload section and you can choose the image, whatever image you want. So let's say we are going to choose one image, and we are going to say here uh, cartoon, give a tag also, and then you say upload, and cartoon, and say publish. And when you do publish, and then if you refresh this page, so there is no gallery available, right? Why there is no gallery available is because we have updated our models.py, we have did the make migration and migrate, but we haven't updated our template. So to do that, we need to update our template as well, right? So just what we need to do here is we need to update our template. So go and open the template section, and if you go and open the blog underscore page.html, and on the top you can see currently we are loading the Wagtail core tags, right? So currently Wagtail core tags is sufficient because we don't have any image, but just now we have updated the image field also. So we need to update load one more tag called Wagtail image tags, right? So say Wagtail image underscore tags, and once you do that, then what we have to do here is we have to have just below the this text, I mean what we have inside the body section, within this, let's say we are going to reiterate all that image what we have updated from the admin panel. So let's make a for loop here. So we are saying for items in page gallery, page.gallery underscore image dot all, and let's close the for loop and for, and within this let's take a div style, and let's say just take a div currently here, and styling anyway we are going to do with the bootstrap, so we will use bootstrap instead of plain HTML and CSS. And then let's call that image, and we are saying item dot image. And let's say if you wanted to have the image in certain resolution, so let's say you want the image in a specific height and width. So in Wagtail there is a predefined class that you can use it. So if you go inside the documentation you will have, so let's say we are going to say fill and this 320 into 240 or whatever the image size you want to define, you can define it. So currently let's say we are not going to define any specific image, so let's keep it as it is. And then we are going to have the caption, right? So that caption which we are updating from the admin panel for every respective image, that let's say we are going to take it within the paragraph text, and we are going to say item dot caption, right? And once you complete this one, then save this and go and refresh this page, right? So it says no resizing rules provided, right? So this make sure like that, yeah, somewhere we have used the resizing rules. So it is important to have the resizing rules also. So let's give the resizing rule also here, fill and 320 into 240, and save this one and go and refresh this page. And now you see the error has gone, but image is not showing, right? So maybe we haven't published it. So go and update, check your blog. I think we have made it inside the second blog. So go into the index page and click on the second blog and refresh. There is no second blog also. So let's see where we have updated the image. So if you open the second blog and check here, so we have updated into the second blog, and we are also opening the second blog here, right? But image is not displaying. That means maybe our template has some issues. So what we need to do here is open your template and let's check it out what exactly error we have in case of any. So here we are running a for loop, and then in page dot gallery dot image. So here if you remember, we have used images, right? So inside the model gallery underscore images, right? So gallery underscore images here, so we have missed the S. So go and refresh this page, hopefully it should come. Now you can see this image is coming, right? So like I said, you would be able to style it the way you want using the Bootstrap front-end framework. And obviously in this tutorial also at the end we will be integrating the Bootstrap framework to look it beautiful, right? So now if you just browse through the documentation that where we are, so we have covered the image section here, and then we have did the make migration and migrate, and we have also understood like what the specific classes is all about. So it is always advisable to go through the documentation for the complete details. In the last section we have also discussed about the image part. So if you go inside the documentation, you will have like what are the resizing options are available inside the image. So that we can check it out. So here in the documentation there is a link for the image, so go and open that image documentation. So these are the resizing rules are available, right? So you have the various resizing rules. If you wanted to have your specific resizing rules, so you can define it also in your way. So I mean, this is how and like I said in the very initial screencast, the Wagtail is such a beautiful library on top of Django framework that you can develop your website and portal or e-commerce portal the way you want. You have the complete control on that, right? So like this, if you would like to add couple of more images from the admin panel, you should be able to add the image from the admin panel. So go and check upload one more image. So let's say we are updating this Wagtail logo here. Go and say upload and say publish, and you should see the third image also, right? So third image is coming here. So this is how you are going to bring the image from the admin panel in Wagtail content management system. Thank you so much once again for watching this screencast. See you in the next one.